Thank you. So thank you for giving us that opportunity to have an executive session to discuss the filling of the Joint Fiscal Officer's Chief Financial Officer position. And I think we have a motion.
I would move the recommendation of the hiring committee that the position that Catherine Benham be hired for the position, Chief Fiscal Officer position. That's the recommendation of the hiring committee, and we have reviewed it with the full committee. And so I think we should take official action. So I would move the recommendation to hire Catherine Benham.
Thank you. And there's a second. Thank you. And is there, Richie, Senator Westman said, is there any further discussion? See none, all of those.
You're going to want to do this probably a little formally.
Oh,
I
shall
would
we
think.
go? Shall we?
It's
you
got-
pulled
it's
out
got-
the
yeah,
sheet?
yeah.
Okay.
I am
Well, the
ready.
clerk do his work.
Clerk, please call the roll.
I shall, with pleasure. Representative Ansel. Representative Brigley.
Yes.
Representative Fagan, yes. Senator Kitchell.
Yes.
Senator Sears. Senator Balaam. Senator Cummings.
Yes.
Representative Kornheiser.
Yes.
Senator Westman.
Yes.
Senator Sears. Absent. Senator Balaam, absent. And Representative Hooper.
Yes.
We are 8-0-2.
So we said that we would hire. I guess we're offering a job, and Ms. Benham and I can have a conversation about that. But I just absolutely delighted that you chose to put your name forward, and really look forward to working with you. And I'm not going to tell you how sad I am that Stephen is leaving us, but he is leading us in really good hands. And I think one of the strong themes of our conversation about this position is what an outstanding organization all of Joint Fiscal is. And we're honored and proud to work with all of you, and really look forward to this new iteration of the organization, and deeply appreciate the work, not just of Stephen, not just of Catherine, but of everybody in the organization. So thank you all for being part of a great team. So yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Please do. Thank you all very much. It's a real honor to be offered this position, and we will work it out. It's been a privilege to work under Steve and to watch him develop the office into what it is, because it is an incredible organization. And I want you all to know that it is a high-performing collaborative team that my hope is we continue with that venue, and we continue to serve you as well as you have been served over these past years.
Thank you. Yeah, we have great confidence in that. So with that, we'll turn to our last report from you.
Yes, and I'm going to make it's going to be relatively short, but just a quick, the formal things on the agenda were just that we still don't know about the counties. The counties are out there, and there is, we've talked pretty every week, we check in, and there is no white smoke coming from Treasury. We call Welch's office or other congressional offices, and they're saying, well, we're working on it. And we've offered them language they could use to be able to differentiate Vermont's counties. But the danger here is that with all the talk about reclaiming money that wasn't spent, we don't want to be too involved in it. And Welch thinks it'll work out okay. And the Treasury's promised that Vermont will get its money, but it's not, nothing in life is sure. And so that's the other thing. And you already went over the education fund balance sheet. So I think we'll skip that part. And then I was going to take a minute of personal privilege to sort of just thank you, all of you, the Joint Fiscal Committee, for providing me with the opportunity to work here for 28 years. It's an amazingly august body, not just the committee, but the entire legislature. It's been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, one thing at the legislature that always impressed me, and I came from the Massachusetts legislature, but here, the tremendous amount of work everybody does. I mean, the legislature works hard. They really believe in the state, and it's just, there are differences, but it's a very committed body of people who have chosen to serve here. So, I have to thank you all for the support you've given me to allow me to serve. And over the years, we've developed expertise in subject areas. We've recruited and trained an excellent staff. I'm really pleased with that. I think they're really good, and I'm sure they'll do a great job. None of this would have been possible without your support. And I realize it's got times of trying when, one thing you've supported, which has been really important, is keeping the organization in sort of a bipartisan, we sometimes say things that drive you nuts, but you've allowed that and allowed us to play our role, which is sort of been really important for our success, is to be able to maintain that independence. We've developed the Joint Fiscal Office into an institution that I've been very proud to lead, and I'm leaving in good hands. And again, I think a lot of this is due to the work of this committee and the leadership. And I've had especially when over the years, the money chairs have been a critical part of that work, and the time I spent them is really, really important. And I'll continue to cherish your dedication to the legislature and to Vermont, and I appreciate all your work. So that's the end of my little spiel.
I was going to, the last item on the agenda, comments from the chair and the vice chair, and I was going to give you my time. Yeah. So I guess I will, and I feel like I've already said this in different forums, but I just, you are such an extraordinary man, and what you have brought to us in your great intellect and creative thinking and passion for this work is just, I mean, all of Vermont has been so well served. I know you love your job, but thank heavens that you do, and that you've been there for us. And I can just say on a personal level, I never thought that I'd be sitting and not planning on being where I am and doing what I do. I could not have managed this year without you, but without this entire gang that you helped create. And I'm hating you leaving, but I know we're in great shape because of the work that you've done. It's just fun and funny. So those are hard shoes to fill, but they'll be filled.
Great, thank you.
No, I'm looking around and sometimes I think I'm the senior citizen here, but I think that's not. Representative Ansell and Senator Westman have certain long years. I remember when Steve got hired. I was here at the State House, and Obie actually was chair of Joint Fiscal at the time. And I know there were sighs of relief at that point when Steve was put into the position, and it's hard to believe that was almost 30 years ago. And we've seen the office under your leadership for almost 3 decades, and you're going to leave a mark. The other thing that strikes me, Steve, is there are people who do so much for the benefit of the state, but they do it quietly and more behind the scenes. They're not out there, they're not self-aggrandizing, etc. And yet their work is really critical to everything that really happens. And we all are saying in our own ways how that you've made that possible with the staff you've assembled, and the way you sometimes your brain is going so fast, you can't articulate as fast as you're thinking. And I think it's contagious. So I think we just want to thank you for, there are some people who would be out there always grabbing the attention, or how great I am, or whatever. And you've done everything so quietly and so with no self-aggrandizement, which in this day and age is really refreshing as well. So 28 years, you were living in Randolph at the time. And should erase that from my memory. And so I just, as vice chair, a former chair, and someone who's worked with you for a long time, I think just want to speak on behalf of all of us. Thank you. And now's the time to do some things for yourself.
Well, thank you very much.
I have to jump in. He does his work quietly.
Well, I
He does have a lot of things.
didn't, I meant, it's not like, pay attention to me, look at, I sometimes read articles about all these people, and how they, engage in so much self-promotion. And Steve doesn't do that.
And I'm gonna miss the 7:30 phone calls.
Those are great. Well, thank you all.
Yeah.
I hope you get a new car.
They're
You had a few.
so expensive now, you know?
I know.
You had a few. I remember one you bought and I think it was the second day you had it, it died.
I've had a bunch.
You've had a few, so I think you get a good car.
I think you have a reputation of thrift.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I feel like we should.
Well,
And, well, I guess we need to pick next meeting. So it looks like we're meeting on the 17th and we're going to September.
But we
We
don't
need
know
to
about
pick-
pick between the 2 days in
Okay.
November.
Wait, the 27th, oh,
The
November.
17th of November, of September is set. And then we have the 17th or the 18th. of
I haven't got a clue.
November.
what's the difference?
Um,
Day of the week, I mean, the open is something about day of the week, what
Right
day?
now, I'm free
looking
every
at
day.
some- Yeah.
Wait, is
so-
September 17th the morning or the afternoon?
Day.
Wednesday or Thursday.
So it's the 17th is a Wednesday, the 18th is a Thursday.
We're in November.
Okay,
In
then-
November.
We're talking about a 9, normally we meet at 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I suggest that we do the 17th? I'm just trying to stay away from the Thanksgiving weekend.
All right, that's
Yeah.
easy, 17th and 17th.
Yeah.
The only thing I have to say is pension meets the same day, so I'll have to, kind of depends. upon
Which
what's on the
one,
calendar.
September or November?
November,
Okay,
17th.
well, that-
It'll depend upon what's on the calendar for each, and all.
well,
decide
no,
what I
we
do.
can go to the 18th. I mean, that, the point of this conversation is.
I can't do the 18th.
Can't?
do the 18th.
Okay,
Do the 17th,
We're
and then
doing the
I'll, you know,
17th?
I may.
yeah.
You can
slip into
hop a
both.
meeting.
He may like
Are
the
they
break.
both- are they both
So much fun.
9:30?
Yeah.
For both.
Wouldn't call that fun.
Yes.
Or are they all day?
Either.
Pensions
And they
all
may-
day.
And our, why, that who knows how long we'll go. So, yeah, we don't know.
We may have
Yeah.
a massive.
Okay, and yes, we are still live. And so is there any
September
additional
7th.
business?
I
If
would
there's
move to
not,
adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion, a second to adjourn. So shall we adjourn?
We shall.
Yeah.
Did we
All
just
right.
say 9:30?